When we hear the term AI, what comes to mind? Do the visions of the movie Blade Runner and replicants come to mind? Already there is fear of being generated by YouTube videos about how AI will take over human jobs. Should we fear the same? What is the role of AI in the newsroom? Let's start by understanding what is AI journalism. This refers to the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms in the field of journalism. You have probably heard or even used ChatGPT, which was made public last November 2022. ChatGPT is a large language model trained by OpenAI based on GPT, or Generative Pre-trained Transformer architecture. It is designed to generate human like responses to text based prompts or questions. Let me run you through and how it works. Here I have typed or I've asked ChatGPT to write a news story on the San Miguel annual report of 2022. Unfortunately, it is still in the development stage and it is not really the best tool for journalists. In fact, you can make a lot of factual errors if you try. See here, none of the statistics or none of the amounts are correct. And you really can't tell where ChatGPT fished these amounts from. We have to remember that ChatGPT version 3 is the public version, is pre-trained for data only up to 2021. When using it, you have to be the one to provide the data and just ask it to put together that data for you in news story format or essay or whatever. But if you do not provide the data, its tendency is to produce falsehoods and to invent data or to just fish it from any source, including unreliable sources on the internet. In this case, it made a mistake with the San Miguel news story because I gave it a prompt that is beyond its capabilities. When we say generative pre-trained transformer, we mean generative means it can produce something new from existing data or it can be creative. Pre-trained means it has the ability to perform tasks in complex environments without constant guidance by a user. So it can be autonomous. And third, transformer, the ability to improve performance by learning from experience. It is adaptable. So the more people use it, the more it gets trained. So it adds this data, your data, to its training. And this was the mistake made by some Samsung technicians. They had tried to ask ChatGPT to fix a formula for them for a technical project they were working on. And without realizing it, they were leaking important information to the public because, of course, ChatGPT had already inputted their data into its pre-trained programming. Then, when we say natural language model, it means that it is an AI that is conversational, meaning it can understand normal language. You do not have to speak computer geek to it. In fact, ChatGPT can understand to some extent Filipino terms if you actually tell it that you want it to write in Filipino. But I have to warn you that its Filipino is flawed to a great extent. And sometimes it even mixes Bahasa words within the Filipino text. Most of the AI that we actually, or is actually being used in the newsrooms today, especially in the Western Hemisphere, is machine learning. What is it? Machine learning is a subfield of AI. It's the use of data to answer questions. That is, the use of algorithms that learn patterns from data and are able to perform tasks without being explicitly programmed to do so. A defining feature of machine learning systems is that they improve their performance with experience in data. Or in other words, they also learn from constant use. So we can ask ourselves, is AI a threat? It really depends. If we do not try to upgrade our skills or go deeper in our research or do field work, then yes, it is a threat because AI is well on the way, or it's just a matter of time before AI can write press releases or simple news stories. However, if we see AI as an opportunity to do in-depth stories, especially those that rely on big data, then AI will enhance, not threaten, journalism. As Professor Charles Beckett of the London School of Economics said, was my professor at the online course that I had taken, AI is not about the total automation of content production from start to finish. It is about augmentation to give professionals and creatives the tools to work faster, freeing them up to spend more time on what humans do best. He says, human journalism is also full of flaws, and we mitigate the risk through editing. The same applies to AI. Make sure you understand the tools you are using and the risks. Don't expect too much of tech. Here are some other points of view on the subject of AI journalism.
Algorithms to help us find news faster and break news faster.
These days, any journalist or any reader will tell you they're completely overwhelmed with information. AI and technology can help with this process by finding relevancy.
In the production area, you're looking at what can the machines do really well, which is analyze data, pull things together, find patterns, and even do some natural language processing to write stories off the back of data.
We employ AI to provide users with more personalized experiences while maintaining the balance of curation to minimize filter bubbles.
AI will help us to get exactly the right content to the right person. And that might be a consumer scrolling through on their mobile phone, or for Reuters, it might be a business client who wants particular content at particular times of the day.
With the rise of digital media, AI is becoming increasingly important in helping journalists to analyze data, identify trends, and even generate news stories. Washington Post's award-winning AI called Heliograph and Bloomberg's Cyborg are already a step ahead. To assist reporters in covering the 2016 Olympics, the Washington Post's pioneered a platform they called Heliograph, which at the time was able to assist the reporters in tracking the medal counts and athlete scores. The platform was quickly upgraded to assist in covering the 2016 US presidential elections, enabling the Post to cover 500 precincts simultaneously. It was further upgraded with audio capabilities in 2020, enabling it to contribute to the Post podcasts of the recent US presidential elections. Meanwhile, Bloomberg Cyborg and the Associated Press's Wordsmith, produced by Automated Insights, are AI platforms specializing in finance and now generates at least 30% of Bloomberg's content. The AP or the Associated Press's Wordsmith, which has been in use since 2015, has the ability to write basic financial news stories. One example, and you can look this up, is the Apple Top Street IQ Forecasts, a story with no human byline released on January 27, 2015, and picked up and published by newspapers with subscriptions to AP. According to the AP website, Wordsmith now generates 4,400 quarterly earnings financial news stories per quarter and 5,000 sports statistics stories during the U.S. National Basketball Association or NBA season. What are the benefits of AI? AI journalism has the potential to transform the way we consume news and information. It can help to democratize the media by making it easier for small and independent news outlets to compete with larger organizations. AI systems used by news organizations are able to churn out big data, detect financial trends, and other statistics. Combined with a natural language generator computer application, then the AI platform is able to generate actual news stories from the data it analyzed. The key here is the platform and how the data is inputted. So the newsroom still has to program it, and that's why AP and Bloomberg have developed their own program and are not dependent on publicly available AI. Currently, there are 10 ways AI is being used in journalism around the world. The first is using AI to automate news production. Second, using AI for journalistic investigations. Third, using AI to leverage the content in the archives. 4, using AI to understand audiences' wants and needs in terms of information. Fifth, using AI to optimize engagements and subscriptions, especially for online news. 6, AI is used for fact-checking and verification. And we have used this in our operations with check.ph, of which I am coordinator. 7, using AI for comment moderation. 8, using AI to optimize your use of images. 9, using AI to identify and mitigate risk of bias. And 10, using AI to cover the COVID-19 pandemic. Let me show you some examples. The first is Pinpoint, which is part of Google's Journalist Studio. Pinpoint leverages the capabilities of Google Search AI and machine learning to help journalists write and research material for breaking news, investigative stories, and more. It lets you upload and analyze a large volume of documents, up to 200,000 copies of different file types and sizes for each collection, extracting key entities. It also allows you to share documents and collaborate with other journalists. So, what does it do? It lets users transcribe audio. It analyzes a range of documents, including handwritten ones. It allows privacy, and you can choose to keep your documents or your data private, and lets you organize documents using custom labels. This allows you to dig deep and do a deep dive into several documents, since this AI can identify or put together or group together documents of the same type. Or, for example, in this case, if you want to identify where a person has been named within documents, it can do a search for you. So there are many applications that Pinpoint can do that's very useful for journalists. The second is Flourish, an AI designed to help journalists turn their data into charts, maps, bars, whatever, and for online news sites, interactive graphics or stories. The third is CrowdTangle, which is an AI produced by Meta and is used for social media monitoring. It is one of the key AI tools we used in check.ph. You can access the free app as a Google Chrome extension. As an example, you can search a company and see what people are saying about it or what they are sharing. In the case of San Miguel, it's about their basketball team. Another tool from Google is the data set search. So instead of the generic search engine, this AI search will give you the links to the available data sets related to your preferred topic. Last but not least is Auris, an AI tool for transcripts and subtitles. So you can transcribe your interviews, or in my case, put subtitles in my online classes. So I hope you've found this video helpful. Do let me know in the comments below if you have any questions.